let's recap our September. um, September was a wild month because we are adding things on, doing new things. I haven't really shared yet because I'm testing the waters before I really come out and share some of the new stuff that we're doing. So I'm trying really hard to be consistent because these are new things that are requested by my child. And so even if it's hard for me because I know it's adding like a lengthy amount of time to our homeschool day, that I'm trying really hard to stick with it because I think it's important to her as much as it is important to me that she's satisfied or just like fulfilled in her homeschool day. And I don't know how much I was taking into account of that before now. So I went to the hospital again. That was wild. Thank gosh for a new friend over here on YouTube, Kim. I'll insert her channel here, go check her out. But anyway, I woke up one day and my hand was completely swollen. So I was like, well, I had a hair tie on, maybe that's why. Like that indentation from wearing a too tight of a hair tie. I'm like, well, maybe that's the cause. I'm like, but it wasn't going down. So she saw my message on Instagram, or my post on Instagram stories, and immediately messaged me and convinced me to go get it checked out because she said it could be, not to scare me, but it could be a blood clot. So I tend to just do what I'm told, and I take things a little too seriously sometimes, but I would rather it be nothing at all than to have it be something and something happens. So I went to the urgent care, but they wanted me to come back in an hour because they were busy. And I told her that, and she's like, I'd go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room. I was there far too flippin' long, and I had to once again advocate for myself to really get them to look into why this was happening because they really couldn't come up with a reason. So they did a vascular ultrasound from my neck all the way down my arm to make sure there was no blood clot. And then they did a chest x-ray because I, in the past couple weeks, had been having shortness of breath, which you could hear kind of right now too, but it's like peak allergy season. So I think that's what it's related to, but everything came back normal. My blood work came back normal. And in the time that I was there, the swelling did go down drastically. The guy was phenomenal, who was the doctor that day, and he really calmed my nerves down. And he's like, I don't know why this happened, but I want to rule out anything bad because I am in a higher risk category because I am diabetic. So he did all the tests, and I'm like, you know what, I'm here, you might as well just do it. So, but everything came back normal, and my hand is now normal, like I could see my knuckles. Whereas before that was not the case. I'll insert a picture of what it looked like when I woke up. So that was wild. Again, I kind of scared my daughter because I went to the emergency room and she couldn't go with me, so she didn't know what was going on. But that was just a little blimp, and it was a weekend, so it didn't like affect our schedule in any way. But yeah, so we have started a new, just to tell you what's been going on in my personal life. Now let's get back to homeschool. So we have started a new science curriculum, which if it works, I plan to share it, and I'm really excited to talk about it. And we are starting a new history. So far, both has been really good, and now we just have to be consistent because this has kind of been the theme in the past where it gets brushed to the side because we don't have time, or it's taking too long, and we have something going on, or she loses interest, or I lose interest. So I'm trying to just stick it out and be consistent, but I've cut back so much on some things as well. So we're not going to do health by Becca. We did a few lessons, and honestly it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. I didn't have the lesson plans. We were just literally reading it as a textbook, and they had I had the activity book. But the thing that I was noticing is that in our new science that we're going to be doing, or that we are doing, it's going to go over some of the same topics that are in the health book. So I nixed the Becca health book. We could always use it as like a supplemental resource shall I need it. But I'm really excited to tell you about this science, because let me tell you, it took me weeks of YouTubing all kinds of videos to see what am I missing, what's gonna work for us. I need something with structure, but not something super lengthy. If it has, we want the experiments, but I need like either kits that aren't ridiculously expensive, or I need household items as like the materials list, because I don't have all kinds of money to just pay on these extreme things for science. So, and I was also really into needing to find something that wasn't just going to focus on one topic. I didn't want a unit study like Apologia when we did zoology or whatnot. Like, I did not want to do that. I needed that to be kind of this like multi-level topic within science, if you know what I mean. So not just health and human body, but let's add in life science and earth science and all of the science in one, because we get bored really easy when it's just like one topic for a long period of time. But I found it and I can't wait. I just want to give it like a few more weeks, if not another month, before I discuss it. So we joined a co-op. So we started that a couple weeks ago, and she loves it. I thought I was getting a little nervous because the last experience we had, she was like isolating, and so she's not doing that. She's participating. It's been great. She's doing a gym class, and then they're doing a class based on Night at the Museum, the movie. So it's very project-based, hands-on. They're recreating rooms from the Night at the Museum. So it's super fun. She's working with a friend, and they're creating it together, which is awesome. So it's getting that team building together, and yeah, so it's been going great. But that is also kind of hindering our time, right? Because that's on Thursdays. So we have a little bit of time in the morning to get some core stuff done. But then it also means that typically when we come back home, we have to do something because we didn't get to finish it. So I feel like my time is just so freaking scrunched together this year, and that's been my only like stressful thing, is trying to balance time, because I'm working and she's doing things independently. Things are taking a little bit longer. And so I don't want her to be schooling for like hours and hours and hours, because that's no fun for anybody, especially in a homeschool setting. So, but everything's been going well. I mean, even all the things that we added morning basket, which was a really big hit. I'm not sure, I did a whole morning basket video. I'm not sure if it's up before this or not, but it's coming. If anything, if it is, I will link it down in the description box. But that's going really well too. Every single thing I'm adding, she is taking it and just like enjoying it, which is all my little happy heart needs. Lastly is I have added a supplement for her math. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot. Like I'm adding all these things and she's going to be overwhelmed. She's going to quit. Something's going to happen. But here's what's happening. That's not happening. her math is going great with the good and the beautiful. Absolutely great. No complaints whatsoever. She's doing well. She's little flagging things if she needs help with it and I'm not there to help her, or if we have to come back to it. Like, we are solid. But I'm noticing that her facts need some more practice, and the more that she's leveling up within the curriculum, the more I'm seeing her struggle with like her basic facts that she just never memorized well. So I purchased Learn Math Fast, I think it's called, and we're starting from the beginning, and she thinks it's great because it's so easy, so it's building her confidence. And I'm like, you know what, we're not gonna skip this. Like, we're gonna go through it, but I'm not gonna make her like fill out all like the worksheets and stuff. Like, it's all gonna be verbal, just to make sure she's getting the concepts, making sure she's getting these facts very fluently. So that's been going great. And we've done the math facts in the evening. So instead of doing it and mixing it with school time, we're doing it really quick before bed. And I found that that is such a sweet spot in our time. So I'm excited to see where that goes and see if it helps her. I'm going to do a whole video on that curriculum because I think it's so under talked about, that the curriculum is phenomenal. At least that we have, you know, our opinion based on what we've used of it so far, which isn't very much, but I really enjoy it. So anyway, we're using it as supplemental. Now, that's pretty much it. I'm excited to see where this October will take us. We're getting into fall and Halloween is coming up, and me and my husband's 13th wedding anniversary is in October, and I think we're gonna go away for a weekend, which will be really nice. And yeah, so I'm still looking for any kind of at-home remote work, part-time of course. So if anyone hears of anything, I would love it if you would let me know. I would really appreciate it. But that is our August, or September. I keep saying August. That was our September. It flew by, like flew by, but it's been such a great month and pretty much all positives. Our vacation was great. We had a great time. And yeah, now that we're home, we're just getting back into routine and figuring out that balance that I was talking about. So yeah, I hope you had a great September yourselves, and I'm curious if you guys have any fall plans. Are you doing anything specific, unit studies, anything fun? Leave it. I want to know about it in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video.